Welcome to the Allianz Stadium, Twickenham, for our fourth and final instalment of the Sunday session of the England Rugby County Championships final weekend. We have had a fabulous day and we've just enjoyed the Division 2 men's final between Devon and Cheshire, and we will see Devon again, this time in action against Eastern Counties in the Gill Women's County Championship Division 2 final. Starting with the green and white of Devon, they're back for their third straight county final, continuing a remarkable rise through the ranks after winning the Division 3 title in 2024. They've stepped up to Division 2, much like their men, with focus and belief. Big victories over Gloucestershire, Hampshire and Berkshire, and a narrow defeat to Cornwall have tested and shaped the squad. They are led by Jess Thomas in the front row. She's got the vice captaincy of Emily Underwood to depend upon, and Tom Powell assisted by a strong coaching staff, has plenty of firepower to deploy from the bench too. Standing in their way is Eastern Counties, and we're very, very young in the county scheme of things. Formed in 2015-16, they've reached the final on 3 occasions and lifted the trophy back in 2022. Real strong Suffolk presence in the ranks, largely thanks to the success of Bury St Edmunds women, who are making the step up to Championship 1 rugby next season. Their semi-final went to a penalty shootout over Nottinghamshire, Lincolnshire and Derbyshire, and it's going to be the first ever meeting between Devon and Eastern Counties today, and Chantel Higgins in the second row gets the honour of captaining Eastern Counties on this momentous occasion. Aaron Beaumont has a fully loaded bench, with Abby Ambrose a late switch to the bench, wearing 20 to call upon. Well, the Devon fans get to stick around for a double. Their women bound out to the field that their men came so close to clinching a title on moments ago. And Eastern Counties now standing in their way. The climax of the weekend will be officiated by Katie Gent.
You chose the end. You chose the end, which means, oh, sorry, yes, sorry. Yeah, it's fine.
Eastern Counties in their very distinctive jerseys, who defeated Berkshire, North Midlands and East Midlands before that incredible penalty shootout climax. We've already seen one of those here today in the Division 3 final. And Eastern Counties get the Gill Burns Women's County Division 2 final off underway, and an early error from the Devonians gives a nice bit of attacking field position for the Eastern Counties. And Kat Merchant, Red Rose Rugby World Cup winner, you're still with me here for the fourth and final instalment today.
Just about. It's my 7th game in 2 days, so the voice is just about hanging on. I just about know who I am, and we are good to go.
Well, you've been treated. There's worse ways to spend a weekend, because, I mean, the commitment has been unwavering, but the quality has also been very, very high.
Oh, we've seen some amazing tries, some big hits. So it really has had it all. And now's the time for this final game of the weekend.
Immediately out to the edge, out to the speeds, where Rebecca Nasaya there's a big smile on her face despite finding her way to the touchline, but early danger on offer from the Sudbury winger.
Yeah, there's some pace going around on the outside, but a good cover coming across. I thought she might have just got rid of the ball there before her foot made touch, but very close one.
Okay, some more, play on. Now some more.
That's a crafty box kick that Nasaya has to race after, and she does so well to brush off the challenge. It was full force.
Roll green, no. Okay, the jackal was fair, but 6
Jackal was good. The roll wasn't swift enough, and Eastern Counties are forging ahead. There's real tempo to the match in these early exchanges as the sun has well and truly burst through. We are right in the eye of the sun, I can tell you. Difficult to see our screen. It is so bright here, and the temperature's sweltering on pitch too. And Eastern Counties bringing the heat in attack. Just a little transfer there from Fabia Howell. Distribution from Jess Norris, bringing her forwards into play around her. And Hannah Barwell shifts it from the base. Nasaya back onto the ball. Nasaya fighting her way to the 22. What about that for a counter ruck from Hannah Lumley? Eastern Counties undisrupted. Slip it out the back to the second layer. There are numbers, but straightening decided to be the option. Wonderful continuity and composure on show from Counties, who are hurled into touch. Annabelle Scarl unable to skate round the edge.
On a penalty though before going into touch for the high tackle coming up, hitting shoulder height in here. It's a getting close one with that call.
Play a line for me, please.
Oh, picked off at the front and ambitiously flinged off the top as well. There are numbers here for Devon if they've got the ambition. They move it along the chain. Look to get around Scarl. But she has the measure of Izzy Edworthy.
Yeah, it's a good steal to get up, bring it down. And ambitious to attack that blind side, but the cover was there, so have to think maybe thinking about putting boot to ball just to clear the pressure away a bit for them.
Well, again, you ain't getting past that tower at the front, hoisted high and straight into the grip. It was the Devon men who struggled in their final with the set piece, but their women looking in real fine form. There's Garnet McKinder on a short line. You may remember her from winning a premiership title with Saracens back in the day. Doesn't get used. Instead,
just take a step.
It's other girls in green and white. Now McKinder's on the ball. Oh, that's brilliant pace and timing on the run. Nasaya makes the tackle. Two very well-matched teams here in the opening exchanges.
Use it, please.
Eastern County's defence is really powerful. Izzy Burr burying her left shoulder into the midriff of another willing Devon runner. This time it's Danielle Hall coming in with the hit. Big, bustling carry from captain Jess Thomas. Or miss pass. More pace arriving out wide. This is the break that the Devonians were looking for. It was a 2-on-1 and she backed her feet. But the defence was mighty.
Okay, advantage, never onside. Thank you.
They should be in already, but still,
keep them up.
Devon are there in the 22. Can they find some width because there's numbers waiting? Michaela Dorian, the vice-captain, drives the tempo. It's delivered to Molly Pepper. And the inside centre delivers the first points of the game with a defence-busting carry.
I just don't know where she came from, really. It just looks so easy, just carving through the line there. But this initial carry, fantastic leg drive there, taking 1, 2, 3 players to get her down. From Jess Thomas, the captain, who started that whole thing off, and then some really good pace out wide. Yes, the offload doesn't go to hand, but Devon don't panic. They keep their composure. They move it across. They are playing with an advantage here, but how does she go through there? There's no right to go through.
Columpton's finest, Molly Pepper, with the score and a beautifully struck conversion from Beth Plumpton. A trademark plum version, as they're known in the southwest around Ivy Bridge Ways, maximising the effort of Molly Pepper. Long and into the sunny climbs of the Devon half. Well, the roll an issue there, so the Jackala eschewed away. Lateral from Hannah Lumley and Devon, but they're finding a way through these Eastern Counties tackles all of a sudden. Jess Thomas, who's played PWR for the Exeter Chiefs in days gone by, acting as first receiver. There's real purpose in the carries out wide. Thomas just bounces one, strides through a second, proving to be a huge handful, and it's a great reach and snatch. For Nasaya, again, is doing sterling defensive work, using the touchline as her friend.
Yeah, Nasaya's done a few important tackles as well, because Devon have been really looking to get it out to that right-hand side, so really important defence coming in. But this carry again, just taking so many players with her, just such a strong runner. And this one just potentially guilty of a little bit of drifting with the ball, so cutting down on the winger's space out wide.
No, thank you. No, thank you.
Slips through the hands, and Eastern Counties
Use it, please.
get a bit of possession. Haven't had much of that in the last few minutes. They're engaging Devon in the close clinches, but now they put a bit of air on the ball. Going hard at the breakdown, Devon, and they're rewarded. Tap, go, tempo from Megan Heath. Tumbling towards the Eastern Counties line.
Can you use it, please? Thank you.
Lumley picks, goes a little bit high, and her body position gets punished.
No, she's part of the ruck.
Another barnstorming carry, this time from Emily Underwood. Pepper, the try scorer, in as one of the creators. A race to the left-hand corner and just about brushes the ball down on the deck.
On live, I thought she'd dropped that. I thought that had spilled, but referee's in line with it, so would have seen better than we have up here. So good, strong carry initially, but look at the hits going in as well from Eastern County. Some big defence, and then here's the ball moving out wide again, using the dummy runners, and then the tackle coming in here. And I think, how confident are you with that ball placement?
Well, we're going to get the best look at it here.
She's losing it, but you reckon downward pressure on the way?
I think that's grazed the grass. It's one of those that you stroke along the blades of grass. She knows where the line is. Does Izzy Edworthy. And Beth Plumpton knows how to strike a ball, but this one goes across the face, and they'll have to settle for just the 5 from Izzy Edworthy. A hat-trick against Cornwall for the Oakhampton winger. And the desperate defence of Eastern Counties, ultimately in vain. Devon have got the bit between their teeth. Dorian to Pepper. Edworthy just surfing the shoulder, but the tackling really strong, and it looks like an awkward fall. It was Izzy Burt who came in with the muscular defence on Gemma Parrish.
And I think the ball was just knocked on there into touch, so Eastern Counties will have a option there of scrum or line out.
It was an awkward fall for Devon's most experienced player.
Captain, come in, please.
She's holding the back of her leg, so
there was nothing in that for me.
Oh, it's a hyperextension.
So you've got the option. You can have the line out on the scrum.
Hopefully there's nothing too serious there.
Well, she is a foundational piece of all the good stuff that's going on at Columpton Rugby Club, combining playing and the role of team manager as well, someone who everyone looks up to immensely. And it would be a real blow to see her leave the field prematurely, and of course we don't want to see anybody leave against their will through injury. Chance for Eastern Counties to regather themselves. They've sort of really they felt the full force of Devon, haven't they? They've come flying out. Devon in these early exchanges.
Well, I think Eastern County's best chance was right at the start when Devon knocked on the first kick-off. Eastern County's kept the ball really well, and they got into some phases, but no scores was the important part of that. And then Devon, yeah, have just like come at it so hard since then and been pretty difficult to defend. And looking at that replay, I think they'll be disappointed with their defence there, as that's a bit of a soft attempt.
Well, this is the finish from Izzy Edworthy. Holly Walsh doing her absolute best to try and halt her.
7. Just checking, Kathy, yes, you're listening to me at the moment. A couple of times where your players haven't rolled.
And it looks like it will be the end of Gemma Parrish's day here at the Allianz Stadium, Twickenham. So changes to be rung, and the loss of a leader in Parish. So Kat Cramp, wearing 19, comes into the final a little earlier than she may have thought. Plays a rugby for Bideford Rugby Club, known for her defence. More often deployed as a second half impact sub, and well, Devon will have to do without Parish, but maybe they'll be able to use that as fuel to deliver a final performance worthy of her impact on the group.
Yeah, you do. You galvanise as a team, I think, when a player and an important and integral part of the team goes off, because you're doing it, of course you're doing it for yourself and the team, but you're doing it for each other, and you're doing it for the ones that either haven't made it today in the squad, or your injured players, or ones that go off like that. So I think they can use that.
And a great opportunity for Cramp as well, because she's going to get huge minutes here in this final. It's the first 15 that everyone wants to make. And it's a solid scrum from Eastern Counties. Begins to sort of shift and lose shape. And it's a penalty.
One, driving across.
So Eastern Counties opting for the line out, but we've seen 2 stolen from a pretty similar position down here earlier. So they're going to want to make sure that they fix the issues that they've been having so far.
Important period here for Eastern Counties, trailing by 12 on the scoreboard, and they can't get their line out functioning at the moment. There's been a number of steals at the front, and on this occasion they get lucky. The untidy ball.
That's where the leaders have to step up and go, right, that's 3 line-outs now, which have not gone to plan, so they either have to quick tap, okay, or opt for just different options with that, because it's not going to plan. And if they're losing 3 in this short succession, things definitely need to change.
Crouch! Bind! Stand up for me, please. Okay, keep your head off of her. Yeah. Set it up again, please. Reset. Good seconds. All 8. Ready? Seconds. Crouch! Devon! Bind! Set!
The EC women successfully retrieve the ball. There is width. There is Messiah. Wraparound arrives and a hurdle over the tackle. Still, Eastern County's drive to the line. Low body positions. Exploding off the mark, but still not through the Devon defences. Oh, the netball pass out of the tackle. One more along, but picked off by Izzy Edworthy. Electrifying Izzy. Pins her ears back. A finish Edworthy of any final.
Fantastic finish there, because there's one thing, an intercept, you know, when you go in 20 metres, but to go the whole length of the pitch on a very hot day as well, that's some going. She doesn't even look out of breath, which is the sickening thing there. So really showing her not just speed, but her fitness as well. But it's a good read, and yeah, that is a 95-metre sprint in for the line, and she is being chased down, so it's not like she can let up. She's got to go whole way. That's one definitely she can remember for a long time. You know, normally stories get exaggerated or scored a try from when it gets longer and longer. She can't really get much longer than that, can she, other than she's in her own dead ball. But great pace.
We'll take the water break after the kick.
I think of all the individuals to pick off an intercept in green and white, Izzy Edworthy, as far as Eastern Counties were concerned, was the worst to pick out, and Beth Plumpton adds her second conversion of the match. And just as Eastern Counties were beginning to pound away at the Devon line, they now find themselves 19-0 down at the first water break.
Very straight. Just unsportsmanlike behaviour, and I told her at the last line not to do it. That's what I thought I'd seen. Yeah, I was happy, and then I saw the one on the floor, so yeah. And if she'd not been exhibiting that behaviour, can I have some water? After my sprint. I don't know what she's trying to do. So you've just scored, so it's a kick-off or something? Okay, well if they want to play sooner, we'll play sooner. Fine.
Eastern Counties
It's good that I know.
will look up at the scoreboard, and it is an imposing task ahead of them so early in this final. Picked off at the last by Izzy Edworthy, just as you thought that they may break down the Devon door. Oh, that was called on the full. They might have been racing away again through their blindside. Lulu Sinner. But when you're 19-0 up, you can afford to smile at your error.
Yeah, it's not going to be, at that moment, it's not that high pressure one, as they do have that comfortable lead.
White 13. They've called it now. They've called it now. White 13. Time is on. Crouch. Bind. Set. 2, 3, and
Eastern Counties have definitely got the nudge out there at scrum time, but somehow it is one against the head.
Okay, use it, please.
Hannah Lumley doing mysterious work with the hook against the head. McKinder looks up, spots a bit of room, and loses her feet just as she's beginning to shift up the gears.
No hands, leave it, leave it.
A messier breakdown you won't find in any county around the country.
Okay. Okay, you can't kick the ball in the breakdown. It was clearly just a kick. Okay, I'm not having that. Off you go.
The ball's between your legs.
I know.
Sorry.
Just deal with one thing at a time. Okay, kick in the breakdown.
So as you said, very, very messy breakdown, and then you cannot kick it once it's in there. Almost Eastern County just need to keep pushing through that and make the ball be really clearly out of the back, and then they can play that away rather than putting a foot in there.
Okay, take the line from me, please. Thank you.
So, do you want? Oh, you're there.
No, thank you. It's not straight. Okay, what would you like?
Well, not straight and through the fingertips. So another scrum to Eastern Counties, which is an area of the game that they'll be pleased with so far. Wind picking up, as you can probably hear through our microphones.
The wind tunnel that suddenly just created itself on the commentary booth.
Crouch! Bind! Set! Okay, advantage, green knee to floor.
Penalty advantage for Eastern Counties to work with. And Molly Pepper looks to soak up the run from Walsh.
No hands, green, no
But Walsh takes more stopping than that.
Second advantage.
Devon just can't keep their hands out the cookie jar. Slung left by Jess Norris, a try scorer in the semi-final, and a real burst of acceleration and fight. An advantage now played.
Go back for me, please.
Devon successfully dispossessing Eastern Counties. But they really do possess some danger out there on the left. Oh, spilt forward. And Devon, a first to the loose bounce of the ball, pick up on the tiptoes.
There was a second knock on there.
Yeah, I think there's a double knock on there. I think Eastern Counties first, but then as Devon try and pick it up, there's a knock on as well.
Watch about the engage, please.
Keep your head off there.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Player.
I'm
Well,
trying
Charlie
to see
Hopkin,
That's fine.
the other winger, yet to
Thank you.
get her opportunity to stretch her legs like Izzy Edworthy has.
Yes.
Yeah, you can just see that's just come off. There is one of those where you sight it and you think about what you're going to do next with it, and then actually the catch evades you.
Thank you. We're done. Waters off, please. Waters off, please.
Oh, that looks like a sore one.
Scrum. Time on. Hold on a second.
Let's go then, Devon, come on.
That's the mark.
Left right, and left right. Yes, lads. Yes, let's go.
Crouch.
Devon!
Bind. Set.
2, 3.
Okay. White. Ground.
This time, the penalty goes the way
I'm happy
of
with the check
Devon.
there. That's fine.
And they waste no time in
Okay.
bringing the fight to
Double
Eastern
roll.
Counties.
Prevented the jackal.
But a penalty conceded for a double roll.
Yeah, used to be able to get away with them a lot more, but now it's very hot on it. One roll, if that. but you cannot prevent the jackal.
Thank you. Green, take the end for me, please. Thank you.
On me, Devon. How many, sorry?
So there's that roll.
You're on the end, please. Thank you. As in your team are on the end.
Not seeing a double roll there, but the jackal was in to try and steal it, and the roll presented. Maybe it was that she stopped and went, but that wind tunnel's back.
Pinched at the front again. That's a really nice fend, and then the coolness to sell the dummy. The jackal arrives from Eastern Counties.
Back foot. Thank you.
It's definitely an area that they're targeting. And a strong burst. Bat ball in hand. Trickled through. Well watched. There wasn't too much pressure on the collection, but there was plenty of biff in that right shoulder from Izzy Burr again. Couple of crunching shots from the Eastern Counties inside centre. There's Lulu Sinner. Looks a dynamic presence with 6 on her back for Devon.
There you come in at the side.
Well, both
Thank you, Six.
sets of players struggling to stay within the boundaries of the laws of the game at the moment when it comes to the breakdown. It's alternate penalties almost.
Yeah, discipline. Just getting away from them. So this is the side entry call. You can see from the body language, the angle there.
As soon as you're ready.
Eastern Counties.
Stay down.
No points on the board, but sustained pressure in the Devon half. Half a glide through a gap. This time Burt acts as the clear out. That quick ball is the catalyst for a powerful carry to within 5. Barwell zips it out left. The Devonians racing up, they're going high and allowing Eastern Counties to drive on forward. Barwell, a ball dying at the feet, but carried to within 2. One last lurch to the line. Half a metre shy now. Barwell pops it up left. Barreled over the line by Danielle Hall, and Eastern Counties are rewarded. Wave after wave of white jersey from the Eastern Counties, and it's the Bury St Edmunds bruiser, Danielle Hall, in her debut season, who gets a try in the final.
The difference for me there as well is when they had their penalty, the opportunity, instead of going for the line out and risking that possession, they just tap it, they keep possession, they're patient with it, they go, they don't get held up, they're caught slightly short, but then they regather it and go round, and you can see exactly what it means there. Some jumping up, arms going everywhere, but they're keeping themselves in this game.
Just the 5, but on the board for Eastern Counties.
Which way are you going?
Devon 19, Eastern Counties 5.
Good take.
Last 10 minutes of the first half. It was a score that Eastern Counties so desperately needed. They have toiled and they have travelled at some pace into these Devon shoulders, and a loose mitt gets thrown out and it seeds some transition ball to Devon, and Garnet McKinder and Nasaitha just chops her opposite woman in half. And now the Eastern Counties pour through. The appetite voracious, and the turnover. Life in the Eastern Counties. And there's no one at home here for Devon until Izzy Edworthy is. And this girl can fly. She's on her first half hat-trick. She skirts around the outside and then is swung unceremoniously by Holly Walsh across the touchline. She was a handful of jersey away from a hat-trick.
She really was. That was so close, and I think Eastern Counties need to be a bit smarter with their kick chase. If you're gonna kick to the danger runners that they have, there's just no way that you can not put the pressure on with a bigger chase than they did there. Just so much pace. That's a really important. It's one of those fingertips tackles, but doesn't matter. Just get the player.
Not strokes.
Dangerously close to a hair pull as well in there, which would have been a penalty try, I think.
Can do.
Just asking if that wasn't a high tackle for her being swung up by her neck.
It was here.
Oh, was it? Oh, from
that far, I can understand,
like
but it was from here.
Oh, put my wheels on there. Seconds. Yeah, seconds, that's good. 10.
Crouch!
Devon! 6 seconds.
Bind!
No, it's not a high tackle. Heard one of the players asking if it was, but for me, not high.
A painful arrival to the turf, though, by the looks of things. Carry round the corner. Pepper slaloming through the white jerseys of the Eastern Counties. That is a clear demonstration of the release, and there's advantage here for the Eastern Counties.
Okay. High, you've gone across the neck.
Been outstanding on the floor, haven't they, Eastern Counties?
Yeah, they fought for everything. They really do go for any opportunity that's there. They look to go through the breakdown,
yes.
put pressure on the speed of ball.
You can, yes. You've come back for this one, you had the option.
Well, it's that really clear demonstration from Chantel Higgins.
Yeah, where you are.
The captain with 20 appearances, and in her third final, she knows what it feels like to be on the winner's podium, having been victorious in 2022. This time, Eastern Counties ushered away. Jess Thomas goes out the back. Bit of room now for the other winger. Charlie Hopkin. Oh, there's room until there is no room, because Nasaitha's there.
Yeah, Nasaitha is she's been a tackling machine so far this game.
No, I was explaining why they hadn't won it.
Number 10.
Oh, thank you. There you go.
Thank you, miss.
But there's the kick that doesn't make touch, and crucially it does really need to, but some lateral running initially, but then a straighten and big hit goes in. And then there is room.
Take a step
but
forward, please.
as you said, not when the side is there.
Speed them up, please. That's fine. For me, that was low, but thank you. Woo, well, not at me.
Charge down in the midfield on the outskirts of the 22. It's an awkward pickup that actually ends in the hands of Eastern Counties. and Abby Ambrose.
No, 5, no. Yeah, you were in front.
Kicking long. Plumpton's there once more. Plumpton on the arcing run, finds a hole, gets chopped down by Lizelle Heather. And, well, there you go, another penalty on the floor. Eastern Counties are winning the battle of the breakdown.
So there's that messy reaction on the floor, but a good pickup. And then here's the holding on penalty, because Plumpton does so well. I think she loses her support play because she's so quick and goes round. So Eastern Counties the opportunity to jackal.
Yeah, the captain Higgins is all over it, isn't she?
Okay,
Outside arm found by Eastern Counties. It's play on, despite it not being straight. Good call to let the game flow. And now
advantage over.
the first line of forwards ignored. McKinder wrapped up by 2, playing her rugby for Oakhampton, but finding her pocket well and truly picked in the midfield there. Eastern Counties, minutes left of the first half, find themselves dispossessed. Neither side seeing the phases mount up. And McKinder driven back. Wonderful fight there in the carry from Underwood. This time, Thomas holds on. Pepper spots that no one's at home. Awkward bounce for Nasaya. Gets enveloped by the tentacles of Pepper, who chased hard. Been a penalty that's been given away in there somewhere. That is a javelin of a clear out.
Yeah, I think it was the tackle on the sire was deemed as high, so they'll be able to get themselves out of here. So, and it is shoulder height in that tackle.
Gathered at the second time of asking. Plumpton back towards the edge. Guess who? Nasaya right in the thick of things.
You've held on to that. You've got to release as soon as you hit the floor. Okay, Green, take the line for me, please. Count. Penalty count. It's been into creep. I need your girls to lower, be more disciplined around the breakdown.
Yeah, of course. Can we watch them coming at the sides?
Yes.
We've seen a glimpse of the
Green down the
pace
line for me,
that
please.
Rebecca Nasaya possesses with ball in hand. She hasn't had quite enough room to work her magic, but it has been a virtuoso defensive display from her.
Oh yeah, she's put in at least 4 really important and big tackles as well. She's not the biggest of wingers, but she certainly punches above her size.
Packs a punch. Well, this line out is really detonating the comeback dreams of Eastern Counties right now. Can't get any secure ball off their own throw. It's been the story since minute 1. Jess Thomas, very comfortable at first receiver. Just a timing issue in the centres between Pepper and McKinder.
Okay, hands on the floor.
Yeah, I think the main thing that's keeping Eastern Counties in this game is their jackling ability, but this one, referee says, no, leave it, hands off. She decides she doesn't, which is why, again, get the advantage, so you have to listen to her, what the referee's telling you, whether you agree with her or not. You're not going to change your mind.
9.
Off the top, Devon go. Final plays of this first half. Pepper, inside ball. Hopkin working hard off her wing. But again, the sticky paws of the Eastern Counties. Working harder on the floor. Jess Thomas engages a big runner with her left shoulder. Another strong carry and transfer into the hands of Fabia Howell. Eastern Counties a score now on the stroke of half-time. Will do their team talk the world of good, but Pepper gives them a taste of their own medicine.
Okay, captain for me, please. The team are really messy at the breakdown. Okay, I've been trying to tell them to roll away, release, etc. But they're not using their discipline. Okay, I need them to be more clinical at the breakdown. I want them to roll away and I want them to release when they hit the deck, please.
Yeah. Can I speak to them? Or?
Yes, please, can I speak to them?
You?
Just hold for a second. Sorry, time is off at the moment, yeah.
A collective warning for the Eastern Counties.
Time is on.
Devon tap, go. And they deliver another high velocity carry. Transferred forward to Emily Underwood.
Scrum.
And there is still more to play in this first half.
Yeah, I'd be interested to know how long is left on the clock.
I need to complete the scrum.
Good hit from Sophia John there, by the way.
Yeah, huge hit.
The defence has been big from everyone, hasn't it?
Yeah, real big defensive effort from both sides. Some good shots going in.
I think if you're Eastern Counties, you're probably reflecting and thinking, our defence has been so solid, yet we left a bit of a soft one through with Molly Pepper's opener. An intercept for Izzy Edworthy.
As long as everything remains
it is, I mean, finals are about margins, aren't they? And they're feeling the effects of them against them, really.
Yeah, and in all honesty, they've had 2 penalties where they've missed touch, and they've had at least 3, I think 4 lineouts that have been stolen. So that those are the minor things that add up as well.
14 points is nothing, though. That's one thing that we've learned here today on this Sunday, the final day of the England Rugby County Championships finals. And here, right now, in the Gill Burns Women's County Championship Division 2 final, the 4th and final instalment of this Sunday session. It is Devon who are leading the Eastern Counties 19 points to 5 at half-time.
Yeah. Thank you, you too. Yeah, it's just keep them up, I mean, please. Tried.
Yeah, you've given it plenty of...
No, she's part of them all. Ruck. Leave! Leave! I'm just going to speak to both captains. Captain, for me, please. Captain. Hello. So going into the second half, just want to clarify. Absolutely need to be clinical at the breakdown. Tackle heights as well. Yeah. Okay. So just make sure that that's going into the second half.
Yeah, of course.
We're lowering those.
Yeah,
sorting that out.
Okay. Just a few messages from my team, obviously. Shock horror. Just worried about people coming in outside.
Just for me, I've caught the ones that are clear and obvious, but I'll take that.
Yeah. It's always difficult because obviously I hate people.
I know. Thank you. Captain, for me, please, just very quickly. Captain, please. So we've already spoken about breakdowns. Yeah. Okay. Tackle heights needs to come down as well for me, please. Okay. We're going to start getting tired. They're going to start to creep. So I need your girls to work hard in this second half to make sure they stay legal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tackle height and dismount.
Dismount breakdown.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much. Difficult to manage such a messy breakdown.
Yeah, it is, yeah. It's not getting very close.
Yeah.
It's like you've like done well, then come round to push that, particularly green. I think the main ones that coach on the outside of the throat. Yeah. It's nothing massive, it's only marginal, but you're right to push them back and they're listening to it, so they're responding to it.
Yeah.
But there's tons of them, honestly.
They keep flying in my eyeballs.
Oh yeah. I swallowed one this morning. There's so many of them in the place of the I tried to tell her to quit again. She's waiting for the jumpers to make a move. I think we need to communicate into the jumpers. She's waiting for them to initiate.
I'll have a chat at the next one.
Yeah, she's still waiting. She's waiting because I was like, no. She was like, yeah. I was like, no. She's like, yeah, but she's waiting for them. It's not them. It's there. She's responding to them, but we're waiting the right way around. You get it? Yeah. You're giving them good, like, preventative. You're giving squat.
Yeah. If you're unhappy with them, ask Faye to put them back in the box.
Oh, she's on that side now, so she can do them.
Inside, if you're not happy. Well, yeah, if you're not happy, put them back in the box.
I tolerated them. That's fine. They wouldn't do anything bad. You know when you're like, and you're like, no, and I didn't want to turn around and say anything. I felt like bad. I don't know why.
Thank you very much. Honestly, you've got other things to worry about today. Yes.
One final half of rugby remaining in the England Rugby County Championships final weekend. And fittingly, it is a final finely poised Devon leading the Eastern Counties 19 points to 5, but Eastern Counties,
Time is on.
who are ready to receive the kickoff from Devon, baring their teeth in the latter stages of the first half. Imperious at the breakdown. They just need to find their clinical edge when try-scoring opportunities come knocking, and that is a tone-setting carry from Abby Ambrose, abrasively through the Devon shoulders. And now, oh, fizzed on a drift and picked up by Hopkins.
So we'll go back.
It was a good tackle in the end from May Harvey, but there was already penalty advantage.
Yeah, for that high shot there on that carry, but didn't let her stop it. Like, it didn't matter that she got that hit on her, she just carried on running real strong.
The tap, the go, Sophia John barrelling across the halfway line.
Back foot for me, please.
Debut in 2017, her third final.
No hands,
Tasted victory against Hampshire in 2022. Oh, and just a mini dog leg was prized open
Not held, that's fine.
in the midfield, and the fight
Green, stay down, good, thank
to
you.
persist through the challenges is evident. Low shot coming in from Kat Cramp, who came on early in that first half for the injured Gemma Parrish.
No hands, ruck was formed. No. You're fine. Stay there.
Hannah Barwell to her halfback partner Norris.
That's a tackle release.
Phase by phase, Eastern Counties working their way up the field, and a real injection of speed. Breaks down the stubborn Devon defence, but that is an outstanding steal from Lulu Sinnott.
Okay, advantage.
Crowbarred from the grip.
Thank you. Okay, nothing's come.
And the penalty count continues
Penalty.
to rack
White
up here.
7,
There was
high.
Paynton RFC's crowbar. Levering it free and...
Not high. She's gone for the ball there. I don't see that as high at all.
Another penalty gets sent across the touchline. Just the
Okay, in line with the front.
number of penalties sort of just hindering the rhythm at the moment.
Not straight. Sorry?
Yeah, I know that the player safety is paramount, and I like new laws to protect players. You know, I retired from concussion, so I know that it's an important matter, and I think the ones that are, you know, shots on head, shoulder on head are really
Okay, let's
important
do
ones,
this
but the ones that are
quickly,
just
please.
on the ball are just those grey area that I find very frustrating for players and for fans who are watching.
Eastern Counties finally win a line out, and it's put real spring in their step.
Okay, advantage, green 12, high.
Izzy Burt dragged down again, a tackle adjudged to be high, and now it's the captain Chantal Higgins, who's been the biggest breakdown burglar of them all. Abby Ambrose, really lively and prominent with 20 on her back. Drifted out wide by Norris. Good timing
Backwards for me.
on the take. And Eastern Counties have got a bit of get-go.
Advantage over.
The penalty advantage serve. Now it's up to the hands of the Eastern Counties. A straightening carry. A bustling one from Burr, who continues to bust forward. Nasaya, she's been everywhere in defence, and she's almost to the line.
Ruck was formed.
And Michaela Dorian, she thought it was a legal steal.
What a run from Burr. Really, really strong. Here's the carry. Through one, through two. Hand off it, go in as well. Another one. People trailing off her, and then she manages to get the offload as well.
That's
so really nice run there.
Yes, miss. I don't know what that was for.
Hands in the rock.
Hands in the rock.
A pause for some attention to a Devon player. We want to see the ball in her hands in a bit of space, don't we?
Definitely.
She is a demolition derby in defence, but we know she can finish as well. But maybe Eastern Counties are going to go from point-blank range instead. No one's at home. Down the blind side. And Sophia John has the sharpest mind. And the Bury St Edmunds battering ram forges across the line, and Eastern Counties are right back in the final.
And just in time as well, really important for them, and a good pick and spot around that blind side. They noticed there was no guard there, so a good score, and they were also playing with advantage.
Not quite on the money, so a 2-score deficit remains, but they're to within 9, and that is 10 unanswered points for Eastern Counties.
Thank you. Any others? Yeah, thank you.
Devon, kick-off into the arms of Abby Ambrose, who's really shown up in this final today. And you just feel that Eastern Counties are in the ascendancy now. Izzy Burr is having an awesome second half. She was very good in the first, but she is growing with every carry.
Okay. Advantage, give me a number, please.
And dispatched. Holly Walsh fends off the attentions of another defender from the southwest. There might be a yellow card coming as the ball is fumbled forward.
You did have a number. For a penalty. Okay, time off. Okay, too many penalty counts, off we go.
And Charlie Hopkin
Okay, time back on.
is sent
that's green
to the
14.
bin
Yellow
for
card, please.
the judge high tackle on Walsh. So Devon are going to have to do without their right winger. They're down to 14 for the next 10. And more opportunity for the Eastern Counties. Oh my goodness. Well, they've gotten away with one there, Devon. They've really gotten away with one. Perilously close to seeing that tumble out, 5 metres from their line, but Ambrose is at the bottom of the heap, and she's turned the ball over. And Eastern Counties are feasting off the hesitancy of Devon right now. Pick and go, a blast round the corner, but shut down by the shoulder of Megan Heath. Now it's Ambrose again. Norris sends a long ball to the edge where if it was taken, it would have been try time.
Yeah, that was the right idea. The vision was good. Execution of the pass just fell a little bit low. But there's been a lot of penalties for high tackles, and so I think both teams just really need to react to the ref. It doesn't actually matter whether you think they're harsh or they're not. You just have to just make it really safe, just low, chop tackle, do whatever you got to do, because there have been far too many penalties for high tackles in this game.
Straight for me. Okay, options. Line. Line called. Wasn't straight. Just caught it on the outside.
Numbers?
Yeah.
Thank you, miss.
Stay where you
I
are.
thought you knew I was going to ask that question.
After Devon's success in the first half at the line out, it appears
Okay, let's use this quickly, please.
their radar has gone off. Lost forward. And a calamity of line-out errors results in a scrum to Devon.
This way.
Yeah, I think there's a few things in the last 5 minutes that neither team will be wanting to watch back on the highlights reel. The letting the ball bounce is cardinal sin, 101, especially back three will know that, because you just got to get a name on the ball.
Please, white 9. White 9? Sorry? Oh, sorry, not white 9, come back. White 19. 19, yeah. You have to go.
You had a
19.
No one knows who's going off, but
Yeah, she can come on.
they do now.
Apologies, that was me hearing the wrong
Fabia Howe makes way.
Yep, where you are, fabulous.
And probably confusingly for the girls from Devon, as Lottie Mountford comes bounding out wearing a pair of Exeter Chief shorts. And her presence in tandem with the other 7 enough
No,
to result in a penalty.
no, thank you. No, put it down.
So the reason for her Exeter
Better
shorts is the
behaviour.
fact that she's actually a physiotherapist at Chiefs.
Away we go.
There you go, she'll know probably quite a few
Time is up.
of those in green and white out there, so a mini local derby. And a penalty now
Time is
for
up.
Eastern Counties
Penalty.
to tap and go, and they do through their try scorer, John. Now the turn of Lauren Howard, who gets close, the ball squirts free. A search to the line from Ambrose, who battles to get it to ground. Still they're not there. Mountford, it absolutely had to be. Clad in Exeter Chiefs shorts and delivering the damage to Devon. On the field for a moment, but in the history books as a try scorer forever.
Yeah, it's a good score as well, because I actually thought there was a real risk of getting held up in this position, because she's come up pretty high. She's getting held by 2 players, but she just manages to twist her body weight round and to make sure that ball goes down with that elbow turn to get down to ground.
To watch for what? Okay.
Lizelle Heather splits the uprights, and we have a 2-point game. From 19-0 down, Eastern Counties have clawed their way back to 19-17. And the Devonians must dig deep to rediscover their try-scoring form in this final 25 minutes. Ambrose, been a tyro with 20 on her back. Fumbles, regathers, carries, and then is penalised.
Yeah, definitely holding on. Penalty in there because the Six was over that ball so quickly. Hands on there, ready to steal. You can see it here. She's judged that really, really well. Won the penalty for her team.
Interesting. Exeter going for the uprights. It would stretch their lead to 5, which doesn't do too much material difference to the thinking of Eastern Counties.
I guess it's just more about momentum and getting some points on the board, as they've had a few scored against them in a row, but I'd want to stretch the lead a bit more. But it does stretch the lead, and as you said, they just get some points on board, because it can, when you haven't scored for ages and you've been scored against, can get pretty frustrating pretty quickly.
Well, it's a fine effort from Plumpton. It's a great striker of the ball, the fullback, and yep, she's enjoying her time on the big screen, why not? Clean take. Oh, lovely. Bit of biff. That's going to stoke the fires within the Devonians. And that is tough. The player has stepped back there, hasn't she, on the clear out. That looks like a matadoring to me.
Yeah, watching that live, I think player was trying to clear out, and as you said, either step back, so it looked like something that wasn't there, but kick has gone into the dead ball.
Keep retreating, please.
Should she have taken that? If it had gone dead, it would have been a scrum back instead.
No.
Devon have put themselves under pressure. It's a really good challenge down low from Sammy Harris,
Was knocked on.
and fortunately for her, it's knocked on.
I think she was so focused on the catching of the high ball, maybe didn't realise she was behind the try line, which can happen when you're just so super focused. Yeah, look, I think she's just looking at catching the ball, didn't realise she was over the line. But yeah, could leave that, let it go dead, have the kick. And what we all want to see, big shots, great carry.
That is a proper bump from Enya Surtees.
Set!
Well, we haven't seen Devon with the ball in hand for ages. Oh, wow, that's elusive, it's slippery. And then Sammy Harris is swung to deck. The former chief herself, the Clumpton back 3 player.
The advantage you hadn't clearly released.
Penalty advantage coming. That is an astute kick, and Devon are after this, and they are through their vice-captain Dorian. The race across is desperate, and it's decisive from Walsh, but the pressure still pours forward from the green and white jerseys of Devon.
Back foot, please. Good, thank you. Use it. No, rubbish
Mountford
formed.
shows that she can carry for tight meters in defence as well as in a try-scoring cause.
I've seen them, by the way.
Eastern Counties very happy to play out. Devon go off their feet.
Coming in.
And from the side. And there's some attention being administered out wide as well.
I know, I've seen. White 9 and white 8. Substitution, please. White 9, white 8. White 9 and white 8, please.
Hannah Barwell and Lauren Howard are making way, and the waters are being raced on. Our final drinks break of the day as we check out this dedicated chase from the girls from Devon.
Green 6 is coming on. Send her on then. And who else needs to come off? Who needs to fail? Who's coming off for green 6? Okay, substitution, green 6, please. We will take the water break. Okay. Time off for the water. Hello.
Thank you. Time on cardless?
So you've made it to sub.
Yep.
And your yellow is staying off, but they've sent somebody else on, if that makes sense. So you're back up to your full numbers.
Perfect. Oh.
Okay. Different person's come on. Got it? Okay, it's a water break. Okay, water break. Time off for the water. It's the 20. Okay, we'll take the water break now. Okay. Oh, lots of things going on then.
There's a lot of that.
Okay, water break. Faye, please let them know it's water break.
Yes, time is off.
Time is off. You've got your 3 minutes. No, you've got your 3 minute water break. That's short. Short. Thank you very much. Yeah. Yes. Discipline is still a work on. With the team managers about their medics. I don't appreciate the bounty towards each other. Neither, which sounds good.
Just shy of 20 minutes remaining of an absorbing final that has seen the Eastern Counties battle back from the brink. Devon with the fast start, but Eastern Counties with the energy. Certainly since the halftime huddles. They're keeping it in hand from within their own 22. Well, no sooner I say that. They put boot to ball, and it's fabulously collected by Sammy Harris, who's looking like a real live wire since coming on wearing 23. Can we get some running rugby? Can we get some back-to-back phases?
Thank you.
And a bit of flow?
Okay, you need to be quicker than that. You've got the advantage. White 6. Okay. Time off. White 6. Come here for me, please. Okay, I warned you, I asked you. Penalty count is too high, too slow. Slowed that down.
Carmel Leake is giving her marching orders, Kat.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see that one and the speed of which, but
Go for post.
she was supposed to roll away, or if she was slowing the ball down. Doesn't look too happy.
Repeat infringement at the breakdown.
Devon decide to go for the uprights. This is the infringement.
So tackle goes in. I don't see it. Yeah.
A touch laboured maybe, but
I think she just tried to get out of the way with her hands, and I really, as a player, I always hate the not rolling away when you're sort of pinned in, or you're not really affecting things.
Well, be that as it may, Beth Plumpton is kicking like a dream, and Devon's choice to go for the post moments ago is now well and truly vindicated, because they followed it with another three-pointer, and they now have an 8-point cushion, 2 scores between the sides, and Captain Jess Thomas departs the field. Bit of a legend round Exeter parts. Exeter University's most capped player, a former chief, and now potentially a county final captain with Devon. Her race is run, but it's a big 15 minutes for the replacements who've come on in green and white. Eastern counties are down, but they're definitely not out. The likes of Abby Ambrose and May Harvey, who've been leading the charge with so much gusto, know that their fight can complete this comeback. Sammy Harris, lovely footwork and balance. Now it's hands to the edge, a big arrival, and does well to wear the hit from Lizelle Heather. Tackle comes from Morgan Mooney. Devon have a bit of life in the manner in which they're carrying again.
We're just going to have a look. We see that footwork that we liked. And then...
No hands. Good, the ruck was forward.
Well, no time for the replay because the penalty's been taken, and Devon have got numbers here. They flip it out the back. It's on for Harris, who puts her foot to the floor and opens her stride into the 22. She's looking for an offload, but the options are cut off by Eastern Counties. Devon can put the game to bed here with a converted try, you'd think. Chloe Spearman hurled to the turf. Eastern Counties have emerged with it once more. Megan Heath has brushed aside. The kick goes through. Harris has got all the pace in the world to burn, and she drops bravely.
That for me was a fair contest.
Burr comes off second best. And Dorian drops one over the top of Heather,
Keep retreating.
who does so well to claim it initially, but then sends it out on the full. But alarm bells ringing for Devon had Sammy Harris not been so sharp.
Yeah, Sammy Harris showing her pace out wide with that run and the footwork, and she does really well to get back to it. This is her run. She just decides to pin her ears back and go. She had the 2v1 but decided didn't need it, went round the outside. Some really good footwork and support in there. And then this is the race back.
What is this for? Can you clarify for me, please?
She dives onto the ball, gets hit as she goes for it, but considered rugby incident and play on.
Okay, we need to sort that out. That's a recognising one. Move, please.
Well, Sammy Harris is having a break from Chiefs in the PWR, and she's at acting as a player coach, so a pretty handy player to have on the pine to deploy in these latter stages, and she's proving a cut above at the moment in those little moments that matter so much. Izzy Burke is being removed from the field of play after that collision with Harrison dropping to the deck, and I think we can all agree that the game is maybe that bit poorer with Burke departing the field. She has been a real force in the midfield for Eastern Counties. Very exciting player. The ball swiped back under pressure at the front. Counties streams through, but Devon managed to ride out the disruption. Heath, the latest to be swung to the floor. Out to the second layer, Garnet McKinder ships it along. Straighten and acceleration from Georgia Q. Now Harris delays the ball to Izzy Edworthy. We've hardly said her name in this half. It was her brace that gave Devon the cushion in the first 40. And I tell you what, if they move it left, they're on again here. Harris bounces back inside. Still the tackles arrive from Eastern Counties. Rangy running through the heart of the Eastern Counties defence. Bodies are beginning to tire. Minds fatigued from the relentless green and white onslaught coming from the southwest. A delayed ball, fractures forming in the midfield, but still Eastern Counties courageous in their tackling. They swarm on the would-be runners of Devon. A show and a go and a dart from Dorian.
Low hands.
Devon to within 5. This time it's Spearman.
Good.
There's options left and right. There's more numbers left. But Katie Bouncell tucks it under her jumper and goes it alone.
Out the way, move out, good, thank you. Well done.
Now it's Cramp.
That's a tackle, that's rips, that's fair.
On from 15 minutes, she's been dispossessed by Jazz Simmons.
It's been held up, but it's been taken back. Okay, scrum.
And it is scant reward for the Eastern Counties who've made the strip and then been forced back across their line, and it'll be a Devon put-in at the scrum.
Okay. Substitution, please. Green 11, green 5. Green 11, green 5. No, green. You took it over and then it was held up. Or grounded even, sorry. Faye, is there something else occurring?
Returning to the field, Lulu Sinner.
Oh, thank you.
Brilliant, thank you. Okay. Right, there's your mark. Taken over by White and grounded. Scrum, green ball.
Come on, down here.
Crouch! Bind! Set!
Prime attacking real estate, centre field, options to the left, options to the right. The pick and the go from the base is denied. Eastern Counties fighting for their championship lives. It's do or die for the Devonians, who twist and thrash to a metre shy. Lifted into the path of Esme Bagwell. At long last, the Eastern Counties resolve is broken. It was relentless. It was sustained, it was disciplined. And ultimately, it's the early replacement, Cat Cramp, who wrestles her way across the line and maybe, just maybe, seals this county championship for Devon.
Yeah, I think that was really good composure from Devon because they didn't rush it. They weren't one-out runners on their own. There was a tap earlier. She tapped her hip, called a player in with her before then getting that tip on and going round. So they worked in packs, they worked in numbers, they made sure they weren't isolated and they weren't going to get held up.
Any of them white? Okay, girls, can you get 1 and 3 off one, please? Thank you.
The inevitable plum version follows.
Green 9. Substitution,
And Devon now lead by 3 scores, 32-17. Surely the Division 2 County Championship title is travelling down the 303 to Devon this evening. That is bang on the money. And McKinder is there. Devon can maybe relax a little and begin to enjoy themselves.
White 17, high.
Polly Nickel in for a big carry. Offload out to the edge. And that woman there, she doesn't deserve to be on the losing side, does she? Rebecca Nasaya has just been a Devon hunting missile all afternoon.
Do we give it to the medic?
An absolute assassin in defence. Real, she gets around the hip, pulls down, pulls that body weight, gets across into touch. She must have done 4 tackles into touch at least.
Okay. Ladies, they are on the mark. Right, ladies, they are on the
Rebecca
mark.
Nasaya and the touchline.
And I need you to do this a bit quicker,
A match
please.
made in heaven.
Okay.
Not Devon, though. Into the hands of the green and white once more. The timing is beautiful and a bit of depth arrives to boot. Plumpton, not really anywhere to go.
No, that wasn't on ball.
Holly Walsh, her fullback counterpart, has had a really strong game. So nearly denied Edworthy for her first. It's been a final of fine margins and ones that have gone the Devonians' way.
No hands. Thank you. You were off feet.
But Eastern Counties, you wouldn't bet against them being back next year.
In at the side. That's right. I love the enthusiasm, but you need to tell me or I need to see it. Okay. In at the side. Actually, where you are is perfect, thank you. Yeah. they need to be. Close the gap, please. Thank you.
Eastern Counties claim maybe a final line out. And another penalty is awarded to the game.
Yeah.
Pick and go, or tap and go rather. And Devon need to look wide. And a bit of width with a double miss. The acceleration is awesome. Sammy Harris going the long way round. Sammy Harris on an arc, mind-bending run. Supersonic Sammy wraps up the county championship with a solo spectacular.
Yeah, there's a I'm going to do this myself moment of getting the ball running across. I didn't actually really realise where she'd started that run from. I missed the fact it's from one side of the pitch right the way round to the other side of the pitch. But if you've got the gas, as she clearly has, and gets the score.
She picked it up on the outskirts of the 22 and scored a 60-metre try.
But only went forward 10. Yeah. Yeah.
Plumpton's conversion clinic draws a blank on this occasion, but she can be very pleased.
Last 5 ladies, let's work hard, let's be open.
With her contribution, and it sounds like there is another 5 to go.
Less than 5 to go yet.
Okay, I thought there was only
Less
1 or
than
2
5.
minutes.
Less than 5 suggests more than 4.
Yes.
So there's plenty of rugby to go, but you would think that the deal is done. Bit of the fight of Eastern Counties has understandably dissipated, and Devon are beginning to feel in the mood. They've been stripped and lost the ball forward there. Well, it's been awarded to Devon. Now, willing runners everywhere. It's just that feeling, isn't it? When you know the game is yours, everyone wants to get their hands on the ball. There's demanding eyes and fingertips, but not quite the precision to back up the ambition.
We've got a player down anyway, so we're in no rush. Right. Time is off. Just hold the mark for me. Hold the mark, please. Thank you. Ooh. Ooh. I'll leave you to that.
Well, Kat, it looks like this championship is heading Devon's way. But just generally, as a weekend, the county game, it's been awesome to watch. It's so passionately contested as well. It's been a tough journey for all of these counties to make it to their respective finals, and well, from all the finals today that I've commentated and the ones that I saw as well as a spectator, none have disappointed, that's for sure.
Yeah, there's been really close games that, you know, you think have pulled away and then they come back, and there's been a lot of really hotly contested games, and that's what you want to see, especially in finals.
Bind. Set. Not for me. It's right right, one of your players also elbowed me, so we're going to slow it down. I love the enthusiasm, but again, not at me. Release, that's a tackle, thank you. Use it, please.
Devon in command of the ball.
Okay, you have the advantage. White 17 high.
And their own destiny. Another high tackle.
White 17 high.
I'm going to stay quiet. There's been, I'd say, more high tackles than low tackles in this game, it appears. But actually, that one is high. I'll take that one.
White 17.
I'll take that back.
White 17. For a second. Okay.
Charlie Rooney, the
That's
culprit.
2 high tackles you've had against you. I need you to work hard. Okay, you've got 2 minutes remaining. Keep them low. Okay. Lovely. There. Thank you.
Well, that is a beautifully manufactured line out. Harris is going to go on the wraparound, but she won't receive it back because Lizelle Heather has worked hard to bind that ball up.
No! Okay, you didn't clear
Spearman
release.
back into the fog of war.
Okay, in at the side and holding on.
Well, that's what you call a touch finder. Outstanding.
Yeah, really good touch finder. In the first half, they missed a couple, but that one has to be one of the hardest kicked, and she's absolutely nailed that one. A really long kick in there, and you have to be thinking final plays have to be coming soon.
Play on for me.
Claimed by Imi Smith. Eastern Counties, they'd be worthy of another score here at Twickenham, but it looks like the most likely would be Devon. The power from Walsh. Holly Walsh will leave this field with her head held high. And off go Eastern Counties. They want to drive the tempo. They want to end on a high. Jess Norris.
That's a tackle.
Chantal Higgins, who's work on the floor to loot at the breakdown in the first half. Gave Eastern Counties life. And now here they are, the dying embers of the final, back into the 22, and it's their 22, Talia Phillips.
They've got the advantage, the other side's come in.
Who drives on. Penalty advantage, a judo-style
10 high.
tackle, a tap, a go, and Carmel Leak so close. Once more from Alana Sugden. And Eastern Counties clinch another county championship final try. They won't claim the crown, but they'll finish their trip to the Allianz Stadium on a high, and they deserve it.
Yeah, well-deserved try. I think that, you know, it's been in the tank and it's been close, and they've put on again another good performance and hard fought right until the end of this game. And it's been a long second half as well, I think, with some added time in there. So they've been working extra hard.
The conversion cannons off the upright. But the deal is done for Devon, who swarm to one another in county championship glory.
That's the season.
It was a terrific final, one that they seized command of early with a 19-point lead. But Eastern Counties just would not lay down and die. The Devonians had to dig deep to repel the Eastern Counties, who had hope right till the very end. But a late blitz of scores from the green and white hoops of Devon means that it is Devon delight here on a scorching summer Sunday evening at the Allianz Stadium, Twickenham. They are the Gill Burns Women's County Championship Division 2 champions. The women of Devon have some pretty fervent fans who followed them up along the A303 to roar them on to victory today. For the Eastern Counties, they were unable to repeat the feat of 2022 when they're crowned champions over Hampshire. Chantel Higgins was outstanding, the captain, so many big performances. The likes of Holly Walsh, Izzy Burr, but to name a few. They will end as runners-up in yet another final. And you'd imagine with the qualities that they demonstrated out there today, they will be undeterred in seeking to reach a fourth final and once again try and live up to the legends of 22. Rebecca Nasaya wearing 11. Remember the name. We'll all remember her hits. And Deborah Griffin, who is set to be the president of the RFU from next year, is there shaking hands, awarding medals, and fittingly so, as she was part of the triumvirate who came up with the idea for the first Women's Rugby World Cup all those decades ago at Richmond Rugby Club. The feat of the women who'll take to the many stadiums across England later this summer will be inspiring the next generation and the players of the counties of England, like these Devonians today, who got the fast start. They got the double from Izzy Edworthy, but they had to dig oh so deep as the eastern counties just kept coming. The Southwest is truly a hotbed of rugby union. Their men fell short in the final in the match before. We've seen Topsham here in recent weeks in the Community Cup final. And Exeter Chiefs, both men and women, continue to be a force alongside the likes of the Cornish Pirates, Plymouth Albion, and all the other great clubs: Brixham, Oakhampton, Columpton, Paignton, Ivy Bridge. But this is the pinnacle for the county, and a true rugby legend of the county, Jess Thomas, with 3 on her back and flanked by her lieutenants, gets the photo for the mantelpiece alongside Debs Griffin. And now for the silver platter to be lifted and the proclamation to the nation that Devon are the Gill Burns Women's County Championship Division 2 champions.
Short. Say that again for me. Okay, advantage. That's short. Short. play. Happy with that.
Well, that is a wrap for the England Rugby County Championship final this weekend. Congratulations, not just to our victors today, but across the weekend. And congratulations to all those who've competed throughout the competition. It is safe to say that county rugby across the English rugby landscape is in a good place. And it's been our privilege to bring you the showcase finals here across the weekends. We wish you good evening, and we hope to welcome you soon again to England Rugby's channels. Stay tuned for more action coming from England Rugby, but from the County Championship finals weekend, it is good evening.